Hi, welcome to day 18 of the 21 days of prosperity coaching. Today's mantra is imagination. So, what can you do today that activates your imagination? Well, hopefully, all the things that we've done in the previous 17 days have gotten you to a moment where this can be very easy for you. So, the idea behind it is that throughout the day, as you meet challenges, you imagine a better outcome by taking a better action. So, there may be challenges in your life that are going to require many footsteps. As Lao Tzu says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single footstep. So many of the exercises that we have done have been toward activating your imagination towards solutions. So today, I want you to start activating those solutions with your imagination. I want you to write down one area that you're going to really focus on in your life that you want to change. And I want you to decide exactly where you're headed. And I want you to design the action plan to get there. So it's easier to do this with one thing at a time, right? Like if I had wanted to say, in fact, I didn't do this, and I'll show you a few pictures how I activated my dream come true life. It's interesting because I often wonder why we don't know what's going to happen. Like we might know what's going to happen in general in our daily lives, but we certainly couldn't have anticipated a pandemic. And we really don't know for positive what's going to happen in 2 or 3 years from now. We, hopefully we'll still be healthy and alive, but, if we have children, we don't know, how they're going to be doing or what they're going to be doing or what their lives are going to be like. We don't know if we're going to be doing the same thing we're doing either. So we can know generally what direction we're headed in, but the future and that where we're headed is a good sign of where we might arrive, but it's no guarantee. We've heard often life is what happens while you're busy making other plans, right? So I think it's interesting how if you focus on one thing at a time and really give it the attention that it needs in order for you to shift into or shape shift yourself into something else, then once you get there, the next thing that you can do becomes more obvious. So it's not like you can just imagine yourself into a completely different life, although maybe that will show up for you like that. But for most of us, it doesn't happen like that. So what I want you to do is to take a look back at the billionaire game or the fire ritual or any of the other exercises that we did, your charity project, and decide one thing that is going to really be your imagination project, the project where you're going to imagine you stepping into a new thing and creating it. So I'll share with you something for me is that I imagined, so in 2016, I wanted to create the Earth Gratitude Project. And we were really active in 2016 and 2017. And then we kind of, we had done a lot. I mean, we have 2 ebooks, we created a mini film, we have all these things going. And then we kind of just let those things stay out there in the general public. But about a month or 2 ago, I was like, I really want another big push for sustainability. And I just started thinking about that more because I didn't know exactly what I wanted that to be. Well, then as you saw, Burnout to Brilliant dropped in my lap, and we saw how fast that the Dalai Lama came on board. And I thought, well, why can't we do that with sustainability? Why don't we do a sustainability summit with all these incredible visionaries that we already have? Wouldn't that be exciting and fun? So, the Burnout to Brilliant conference, which came in flying from outer space, is inspiring the next step. So it doesn't matter where it comes from, right? But you have to be open to receiving it. So by imagining and also putting that seed as the primary seed that you want to water, means that your radar is up for it, right? Okay, I want to show you another thing that may or may not inspire you of how imagination and following your heart has led me. Now I am blessed. I just turned 60. It's hard to imagine. I always think I'm doing the math wrong, but I'm not. I was born in 1960 and here we are in 2020. So I'm 60. So I've seen a few moon cycles and over half a century of living. So I have seen how my life has evolved and transformed, pre-children, with children, post-children, and on. And I want to just share with you and show you part of my journey. So this one will take a little bit longer. And if you want to press pause right now and listen to it at the end of your day or another time, I'm not going to even know. So I won't be offended at all. But I did want to share because I think that it is important to share examples with you. So here we go. Okay, hang on. And I'm going to share the screen now. Okay, so here's where we are now, Natalie Pace, financial literacy and sustainability. But I wanted to take you back earlier. So how about if we even start Christmas 1967? There's me, I'm the young one in that picture. This is in Duncan, Arizona. It's a very small and modest little town. I think I have another one. There we go. This is even younger, in Verdun, New Mexico, or might be Duncan, Arizona. So that's obviously me. That's my older sister, Sammy, and that's my mother. So we're going to fast forward. And my mother actually passed away right after this picture. So I was 7 when she passed away. And then I went to live with a series of foster families, and I ended up getting, I had learned how to play classical piano, and I was interested in songwriting. And so that led me to California. I actually got a record deal. So I think that this one might be, yeah. So there's me as a young singer. Here's another one as a young singer. And then, as I shared with you, I loved music and I loved singing and I loved writing songs, but I did not love the people. And, like I would sing in clubs. I didn't like bars. I didn't like that setting. It just wasn't calling to me. And I also, probably because I had lived in foster homes and I didn't really feel attached. My sisters lived with another, I did not live with my sisters or my brother. So I was, kind of lonely and I really wanted a family. So I focused on that. And from there, let me see if I can find, I became a mother. I got married and then I, had my son, I became a mother. And then when he was young, I thought, I would like to have a better job than what a singer. I had 1 year of college, a music school at Arizona State. So I went back to Santa Monica College. I got my AA there with a 4.0. I got the Dean's Scholarship, and this is my graduation picture from USC. So again, this journey is telling you, following my heart. It wasn't a grand design. Now, some people have a grand design, but I was following my heart and my passion. And I didn't have a lot of parental input to help guide me or make me feel like I had to do this or that. So I kind of had to do trial by error a little bit more. But each time I followed my heart, I was going towards the things that were going to create this life where I am now. And so then I graduate. My son is about 4 or 5 at this time. And that's when I started volunteering at his school. I was also substitute teaching to bring in some money. And that led me to founding the Women's Investment Network. And that led me to getting on Fox News and CNBC. And that led me to this delightful dream come true life, which takes me around the world. This is me at the Ritz in London when I went there to tour the Prince of Wales home farm, organic farms. So it was, again, don't worry as much if you can't see 30 years in advance, because following where you're supposed to go, and your heart knows a lot about look, if you are consumed with pleasure seeking and you have misguidingly or mistakenly thinking that pleasure seeking is happiness, then you can't really trust your intuition, because it's not intuition that is guiding you. It is addiction that is guiding you. And so you're going to have to get the addiction out of your soul in order to get the intuition to be the guide. But if you are cognizant and aware, and you've come this far with me on this 18-day journey, and you truly are leaning into prosperity and abundance consciousness, and you're wide awake with it, then your intuition is going to be in your favor. Intuition isn't a magical thing. It is stored up wisdom. So as you start gaining wisdom, it's there in your brain. And as you go through life, everything that you come encounter with, the files fly open, and it's complicated pattern recognition, which is actually intuition. So when you're younger, intuition doesn't serve you as well as when you have more wisdom. And that's because of the complicated pattern recognition aspect of intuition. So I would just say, have faith that if you're walking in the right direction, and if you're following your heart, and if you are getting your body in tune to stop the small-minded noise that we get consumed by, and start calling in the imagination, calling in the solutions, and imagining and being a visionary about what we're going to change in our lives, and taking it one project at a time, and then one step at a time in the fulfillment of that project. Graduating from USC wasn't, I'm going to graduate from USC. It was, I need to go back to college. I didn't even know exactly what I wanted to be as my major. I figured I still loved music, but I wasn't sure. So I took survey courses in the beginning at Santa Monica College. And what I wanted to do became more apparent as I began doing it. So the path reveals itself as you continue walking up it. Wisdom showers, time-proven systems, these are all key. So you don't want to have blind faith. You want to have wisdom and good strategies and imagination. All right, this took a little bit longer, but I hope that it inspires you that you can do it too, because I came from, you know, not not a lot of opportunities and a lot of challenges, a lot of early tragedies in my young life. And I look back and I think, there are certainly things that I wish that I had not done. But in general, I'm kind of proud of that young girl. Not proud like hubris proud. I'm proud that she was brave and courageous, even when she couldn't see the whole path in front of her. All right, you can do it. See you soon.